guys, hope you're well. Ty Thunder here. Today I'm going to talk about working from home, as I've done in a few of my other videos as well, but especially the implications of working from home on a desk, sitting down for long periods of time, and its effect on our posture. This is a question that I get asked loads and loads, and I'll also show you some exercises at the end of this video to help sort of counteract some of these posture related problems. So the main posture related issues are rounded shoulders and forward head posture. So sitting down for long periods of time on your computer will give you that rounded shoulders appearance, and as I say, your forward head posture. Even if you're driving for long periods of time as well, I know not a lot of us are driving at the moment, but these are the main things that can cause. There's actually a term called text neck, which is a newish term, which basically describes your forward head posture when looking at your phone. So this is a new term, obviously, with the new sort of cell phones being the craze everywhere. So the last 10 years, this has become a new thing. Text neck also leads to tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, anything where we get that rotation there can cause pain, obviously, in the elbow, refer up as well. So because of that, this video is going to be based on exercises that we can do to counteract these things. Just a quick one as well, for every 2.5 centimeters your neck is forward, it adds half a kilogram onto the weight of your neck. So for every 2.5 centimeters, half a kilogram onto the weight of your neck. So imagine if we have that forward head posture, all that's doing is pulling you down, pulling you down. That's why you see a lot of people as they get older, if you see them walking in the street, a lot of them walk like sort of like this, hunched over. That's because their head weighs so much, and over time that just gets more and more and more, bad posture, and then it leads to that position. So I'm going to show you some exercises, guys, and talk you through which muscles we will be working with. Okay guys, a couple of things that we need to know before we can look at what exercises can and can't help. Your body is made up of two sort of chain systems. You've got your anterior chain, which is the muscles that run down the front of your body, and you've got your posterior chain, which are the muscles that run down the back of your body. Another thing that's worth noting is that every muscle has a pair. So you've got an agonist and an antagonist muscle. So when one muscle is contracting, the other one is relaxing, and vice versa. Now, how that relates to your rounded shoulders and forward head posture is that you're going to have certain muscles in your anterior chain, upper body anterior chain. So you've got your pec minor, your pec major, your anterior deltoids that are going to be super tight from being in this position for so long. So they're going to be tight, and what that does, your posterior chain, posterior shoulder muscles, they're going to be stretched and be really weak. Okay, so you've got your rhomboids there, you've got your trapezius as well. So what we need to do simply is stretch the tight muscles, and we need to strengthen the weaker muscles, and that will pull you out of that posture. All right, same thing with the neck, with the forward head posture. We've got elongated muscles there that we need to strengthen up, called your deep cervical flexors. So exercise wise, stretch everything here, strengthen everything here, strengthen everything here, and that will pull you back out of that rounded shoulders kyphosis position and help improve posture massively. Okay, so starting with your anterior chain, your pec minor, your pec major, your anterior deltoid, a great stretch for this, all you'll need is a towel. So grab yourself a towel, and then we're just going to lengthen it. And then what we're going to do, hold each side, and we're actually just going to bring your arms above your head and then out to the side. And we're going to hold there. So essentially, we're getting that stretch across our chest, bringing your arm behind you, which is increasing that stretch here, which is exactly the opposite of this position here. Okay, so we're opening it up, everything in that position. So get your towel. We're going to hold there for about 15 seconds, and then you can relax, just bring your arms back up and then back down. You want to sort of parallel to the floor. You can bring it a little further down if you want to increase your stretch. 15 seconds back down. This is also good for mobility of your shoulders. So you can go for a full range, all the way up, bring it behind you, all the way up behind you. So a lot of people that work from home, sit on a computer for long periods of time, have tight shoulders as well as that rounded shoulder position. So that's a good one to open up there. You've probably also seen like the door stretch, where if you imagine there's a door frame there and you're stretching everything across there. Very, very similar. There's another one that you can do on the floor as well, where let's say you get a chair, you place your forearm on the chair and you go into your tabletop position, and then all you do is you push your hand down into the chair, chest down to the floor, and just look away from there. And again, you get a nice stretch across the pecs and across your anterior deltoids as well. Another great stretch, great exercise you can do is something called wall angels, which some of you may have heard of before. Essentially for this one, we're going to lean up against the wall so that your bum, the top of your shoulders and your head are resting on the wall with a slight bend or slight curve in the small of your back, a natural curve. So not sort of excessive, just a natural curve there, abdominals engaged. And then all you do is you're going from up here to 90 degrees, but pushing your forearms into the wall and then down in towards your sides and then all the way up from there. Nice and slow, making sure that you've got that 3-point contact of your pelvis, top of your shoulders and your head in contact with the wall at all times. So those exercises are fantastic to open up the chest and get the shoulder mobility there as well. Another great mobility exercise for your thoracic spine, so for your mid-back, which gets rounded in this position, so we're looking around here, is actually something called foam roller mobilizations. Not everybody has a foam roller, but if you do, this is a great exercise to do. So what you're going to do, you're going to come down to the floor, you're going to place the foam roller sort of mid-back. I always say sort of where your bra strap would go, okay? And then what you're going to do, bend your knees, hands behind your head, tuck your chin in, and then we're just going to extend over the foam roller. At the same time, we're making sure that we tuck your tailbone underneath, keep your core engaged, because we don't want to just arch the small of your back. And then you're going to breathe out, and then back up from there. All right. You can then also move the foam roller so we can bring it a little bit higher up. Same again, tuck your chin in, breathe out, tailbone tucked underneath, and then up from there. That's a great exercise to do, guys, if you do have a foam roller. You're looking to do about 10 repetitions on each vertebrae and slowly just make your way up towards your shoulders. All right, fantastic. Next, we're going to look at how to strengthen that posterior chain. Okay, so now we're going to look at strengthening that posterior chain. So we're looking at your trapezius muscles, your rhomboids, and also your rotator cuff muscles. What I'm trying to do here, guys, is make it so it's no equipment or very minimal equipment. There are obviously different versions that we can talk about for people that have weights at home. But for those that don't, the first exercise we're going to do is something called a prone cobra. So we're working with a prone cobra at rotating, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and it's down on the floor. Okay. So this will be your start position, guys. And then all I want you to do, we're going to lift your upper chest off the floor, arms out wide. At the same time, you're going to rotate so your thumbs are facing up towards the ceiling, and we're squeezing your shoulder blades together. We're going to try and hold for 10 seconds. All right, so from here, rotate up, rotate your thumbs up, and hold. Squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down from there. Okay. Try and complete that 10 times, and you really feel that one in that posterior chain. So working in your upper traps, you'll feel it here. Your upper traps running from here down in towards your back. As you rotate this position here, we're now getting rhomboids and that rotation, getting the rotator cuff involved as well. All right. The next one you can do, we need your towel again. I'm going to do some isometric contractions with your back, so a bent over row. So one foot on the towel, And then all you're going to do, I'll come this way so you can see. We're going to go into your bent over row position, so slight bend in the knee, 45 with the hips. And we're just going to squeeze, hold, then relax. And again, squeeze, hold, and relax. So if I go backwards, guys, you can see exactly what's going on with my back as I do this. So from here, get yourself in the right position, and then squeeze, round the shoulders off, squeezing the shoulder blades together, relax, and again, squeeze, shoulders together, and relax from there. Okay, and that again is a great exercise to do for that posterior chain. So now we're looking at strengthening all the muscles of the back, or the upper back, upper shoulders, to counteract this tightness here. Okay, so those are two great exercises to do without weight, without equipment. Obviously, if you've got some weights, normal bent over rows are great. 2 dumbbells, and we're rowing from there, getting a good squeeze at the same time. Upright rows, opening up the shoulders, again getting a good squeeze there. Those are both great exercises you can do with weights, guys. But try those at home, try your stretches, try those strengthening exercises as well. Stretching and strengthening from there. And I'll show you next how we can look at strengthening the muscles of the neck. Alright, so although we did work your deep cervical flexors a little bit with those exercises we just done, I'm going to give you 2 exercises that will solely focus on those muscles. So we're going to use your trusty towel again for these 2. So grab your towel. For your first one, all we're going to do, we're going to place the towel behind your head. Alright, so this is going to be your start position there with your arms out in front. And then all I want you to do, we're literally just going to push your head back, tuck your chin in, and squeeze. And then relax from there. Same again. Push your head back, keep your arms where they are, apply that resistance with your arms, and then back from there. Okay. Time-wise, again, 10-second hold, 10-second relax. So now we're working these deep cervical flexors. For your next one, grab your towel again. We're going to fold it up, and then we're going to place it down on your mat. Okay. So your neck, the small of your neck, is going to be over the towel with your head, or the top of your head above it. So it's just going to rest in that space there, that natural curve of the cervical spine. And then all I want you to do, we're going to tuck your chin in, and then squeeze into the towel again. And then relax. Try and keep your pelvis down, so there's a tendency to go and lift up from there. Keep everything neutral in the spine. Tuck your chin in, squeeze, and then relax there. Let's do one more. Tuck the chin in, and relax there, perfect. Again, with that one, you can work up to how long you work for. 10-second holds is always a good start. If that's too difficult, you can bring that down a little bit. If it becomes too easy, you can hold for a lot longer than that with all the exercises that we've just done today. So those are exercises that we can do to help with that rounded shoulders, forward head posture. Of course, there's things that you can do around your desk environment, such as lifting up your desk, which will naturally bring your shoulders back. You can also sit on a stability ball, which activates the deep core stabilizer muscles and keeps your posture a little bit better, a little bit further up. So those are 2 good things you can do as well around your workspace. As always, I hope you found that informative. Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Thanks, guys.